Good day, how is it going? With you again, Yaroslav Shved, starting our broadcast. So, okay, seems like it works. As you guess, we do the cardio again. We'll be really glad if you can join me for being more fit and healthy and so on. Okay, just wait a moment, we will get out from a noisy place and get to somewhere with a little bit more quiet place. Alright, so with our tradition, during the cardio, we discuss all the different kind of interesting things, and I hope some important things, and maybe most important, but it depends from your preferences, beliefs, values, and so on. So we discussed like a lot of different kind of stuff already, really deep and philosophical. For instance, like what's the purpose of our life, about our being, and so on, about mind, matter, etc., etc. What for me is quite interesting, hopefully for you as well. But unfortunately, if we check the statistics, all of the philosophical, psychological, and any kind of intellectual stuff for majority people not really interesting. So you are the minority, but I'm really glad you are here. You are interesting, and you're researching and so on. So let's come closer to the point. What we will discuss today, on my opinion, one of the, if not most of important things, but let's say almost, or maybe most important things for now, is the happiness. It's our inner state of mind. How do we feel like, and so on. Do we happy or not? It's really easy way to check your mate or family member or your friend is happy or not. Just ask him. Usually, if people like feel good, they're happy, they usually answer, yeah, I'm happy. And if not, they said, I don't know if I'll have this one or I'll have that one, whatever, maybe, and so on. So if the person have such doubts, so probably answer is not, and so on. And if you will make a lot of research and try to find a different kind of information about happiness, how to be happy, especially the research. So what the statistics show, unfortunately, so majority of people now living in high level of stress, depression. So probably really soon, number one disease will be mental disease like depression, high level of stress, what cause of many other diseases and so on. So if you're mentally unwell, so basically physically you're not really well also. And it's not surprise. Okay, it still works. Yeah, well done. Okay, before we will prolong our super cool and deep conversation, I know you are really interested in all of the deep stuff and you like to contemplate and live simply. So maybe something what I will tell you today you will not like and might be a little bit shocking and so on. And as usual, what I want to say, don't believe even a single of my words. Better check it by yourself. Make it really easy and simple research. That's it. So first of all, yeah, I'm still not such professional with recording camera and so on stuff. And as you saw what equipment I use for recording videos, well, it's not that good. But still, even with the budget stuff, you can make something interesting, would say. But if we will go 50 years back, so probably this equipment can be like amazing. But nowadays, compared to the professional stuff, so I done a videography with the Prof tools, so yeah, this one is sucks. But still, it's quite enough. So please comment V plus or minus as if picture is good or not. In my opinion, for now, picture is okay. And S plus or minus sound is good or not, because I done a few videos already and I was failed. Oni, Suemak.
Thank you.
So much nice art. Before I walk in, I saw it from where the paint smell comes from. Yeah, I done a few videos before, and the sound was like so bad, and no one said anything. And you know, I record in live, so I cannot edit later. So we have only one shot, no mistakes. So all of the mistakes or bullshit, I will say, it will be recorded up here. And yeah, about the common content in general, plus or minus, you like it or not, and feel free to leave any ideas, suggestions, complaints for improve it and so on, make it more interesting. Maybe you are curious in some certain things and so on. But still, I'm sure if we will check some of the classical philosophers, even 300 or 600 BC, so all of the problems, it's still the same, so nothing much changed. So I don't know where is our evolution. So overall problem, sickness, cheating, love, sense of life, and so on, fear of death and what been before will be after the life here, and so on. So all of the questions still open, nothing changed much, and basically, I don't know, all of the same common problem is still up here. So yeah, let's come back to the happiness, but as usual, in my style, what might be not the best, but you can tell me, I'll start from really far away, and I'll come closer step by step, and I'll mention a lot of different things, what I found in documentaries, some research articles, psychologists and philosophers and statistics and so on, and all those pieces I will come closer for make a more or less clear picture and conclusion you can make by your own. And everything is just how we can approach to be happy or be happier. So, well, first of all, I would say, if you are not satisfied with something and you do not feel yourself happy with certain reasons and so on, and nowadays, especially people who live in the big cities, as I mentioned before many times already, big cities is always a lot of negative information, a lot of competitives, high level of stress, depressions, and so on. And the majority of people stay in the big cities because it's much easier to find a job and so on and survive. But who knows, some people have farming in the villages and feel fine. So the statistic is majority of people not satisfied, not happy with what they have, with their life, with their feelings, and so on and so on. So maybe this video will be helpful for someone. And if you are not happy with some reason, probably you will have a chance for sort it out. Or maybe you can be happier than you are now. So I would guess for now we need to spend a lot of energy and efforts. So basically it's kind of training process, and you need working hard and long time for make yourself happy. So basically it's same when you step out from a happy state. So now you need to come back, but you need to work on it. So, and maybe you need to start from the beginning and work on it. So later on you will understand why. Okay, I'll double check. Always need to check. I don't know, sometimes have a problem with the connections and so on. It disappears and half of speech is gone and whatever. Such a lovely day. Yeah, it's so artistic place I found this time. So I always try to research new places, make it more interesting. So basically if you stay in some city for a week or months and you do cardio like for a couple of hours and walk in all of the new places, you can discover all of the city easily. Hey buddy. So first of all I want to mention some of the research of the neuropsychologists, psychologists, philosophers, and you can make some your own conclusion about and so on. But if we we'll check some information from different kind of tradition, different kind of religion, education institutions, and so on. So basically we can find not the same but really similar topics about the happiness, what the connection is, and how to allow yourself, let's say, to be happy, and so on. About the techniques as well, it's not the same but it's quite similar. So basically you have a quite big range of it, and you can choose it what's more suitable for you, let's say. So if we will take simple psychiatry, let's say we're just a biological organism, biological machine with no soul or whatever, and we will check only our brain function. So basically it don't make much difference with other tradition. So if we will check the esoteric knowledge, some of it, basically the exercises you can use, it's really same. It's only about the beliefs and only about your tradition. But you can use the same stuff. It doesn't matter you're atheist or you believe in God or soul or whatever, or you just believe your brain and everything you see, you feel, it's only product of your brain activity. Yeah. So on this point, it's not really matter if it can works for you, if it can make you feel better, if it can make you feel happier. Yeah, why not? Why not use it? So I want to mention some stuff from neuropsychologist Kurpatov from Russia. A lot of this stuff I really love it, and he found a similar lines with other psychologists, so it's really easy to make a parallel or make it really understandable, let's say. So as I said before, something I will tell you, you might be not like it, you might be disagree, so yeah, you can say what do you think about. So first of all, it would be really nice to find out the reason why you are not feel happy, or what can make you feel happier, or so on. So basically, about any feelings and any achievements, it's not only one thing. It's a big complex of everything. It's how healthy you are, what environment, what people around you, what your action, what you're doing every day, what you're eating, and etc. What do you think about and how do you think? How do you look on the different things? So it's always a big complex. So it's same like some articles say, oh, people die from this one and from that one. Usually people die from a complex disease. Like many young athletes died because of the weak heart, overtraining and so on. But mostly it's complex of different kind of problems, not only about the weak heart. For instance, some people, they had a diabetes. Some people had not only the problem with the blood vessels and so on. So it's not only about the heart, it's not only about food. So usually it's a big complex. For instance, if you want to be healthy, you need clean water, you need natural food, clean air, and if you skip something from it, it will be really difficult for stay in really healthy state. Same about your mind state, same about your inner feelings. It's a huge complex, not only environment and what people you communicate. It's many things, and if you want to improve it, so basically you need to manage a lot of stuff. It's like a feng shui. So you can't only move the bed to another corner and it's fine. Or just change the mirror, take off the mirror or put the picture. So you need to organize the whole room, whole house to make it comfortable for you and harmonical. And what about feelings of happy? Yeah? How it's feel like, what it is. Unfortunately now we have a really huge influence from media, what we can see every day, what program us, I would say, professionally. Yeah. Now, feelings of happiness, it's show you something like a consumerism. It show you like if you buy something, you will be happy. So now we even have such things like a shopaholic, because they get addictions. They feel good when they buy some stuff, and it works only for 5 minutes, and you need to buy more and more and more, and everything because of the advertisements, promotions, different kind of offers in media, what push forward it. So basically, in real, the goods and how wealthy you are, it's nothing compared to your inner state. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to have really cool apartments like, I don't know, penthouse, 200 meters, whatever, 500 meters, but you will feel not happy up there. And you have a tiny small apartment, but really harmonical and comfortable for you, and you will happy there. So what will you choose? So probably the main key will be your inner state. You want to be in a place where you feel happy, where you feel good. So it's not about the place. Let's say you have a big house, but I don't know, bad environment, or maybe ghost up there, or I don't know, you just feel bad up there, yeah? Probably you will not have any reason to stay there, you will not wish it, compared to other place when you feel harmonical, good, and so on. Same like some person. Some person, you just don't want to stay long with this guy or girl, whatever, because it blow your mind already and you not feel comfortable, compared to other person. Let's say like your grandfather, grandmother, your best friend, your girlfriend, or boyfriend, where you stay nearby, you can say no words, but you feel good, you know, this kind of energy, really harmonical. Just stay near and you feel good. Look at each other, you feel happy, and so on. So it will be really silly questions if I ask what you will choose, and so on. And let's step forward to the things why we not feel happy like before, like in a childhood. Look at the kids. They're happy with everything. Like, I don't know, they're super positive, have a lot of energy. They like everything, discovering you. And we already passed that moment where we being so bright, so open. And now adults, we're sad, we're suffering from different stuff by our own will. But what a good thing, we can choose. We have a power of choice. And as I said, if you want to fix something, it's a big complex of different things we can use. But if you will settle everything, it will be way more easier for you. So, well, why not? All right, yeah. Sorry if I don't reply the comments. I actually cannot see clearly what is there, and I just try to be more focused on a thing I said. Let's check the statistic, like statistic of the suicide, of stress level, of depression. It's bigger city, it's more the statistic. And if city is really technological, technogen, let's say, level of suicide higher and so on. It can be like Tokyo or any other big cities. So basically all of this gadget what might make our life easier, it doesn't mean it will make us happy and so on. I'll try to start from really far away for make it clear for you and let's say more understandable. We use our gadgets now like every day. When you wake up, what you will do? You check, oh, something really important happened, and you check the message or whatever. And before you go sleep, what do you do? Probably same. You watch telly, you use a computer. And now no one mentioned it, but before, if you watch telly or use a computer more than 4 hours, this means you have addictions. So now I can say everyone has addiction. So even I am. If I use a computer for work or whatever, more than 2 hours, because usually I think I do more than 4 hours. So yeah, it's addiction. But now no one mentioned it because yeah, we need to use it. Same like you will not find much information. Your cell phone is harmful and so on, and make a huge influence on your health and other radio microwave, what everywhere around, pollution. So government prefer not to talk about it. Same like around here was huge pollutions from factory, but in the news I read like, oh, it's snow clouds, you cannot see the sun and everything because people start burn a lot of rubbish and burn the tires and so on. Like, it sounds silly, but people believe it. So do you want to tell you how you stop use your logic and start to believe everything what someone will say to you? It's really, really easy. Let's say when you absorb information, when you listen information, we absorb a lot of information. It's quite natural because if, let's say, we will believe in a caveman in Stone Age, when we survive from animals and so on, we need information. We've done it for 1,000 years because any useful information is help us to survive and extend our life. It's our one of the main instincts for survive and keep our life. So we need all of the information because it might be useful. But our mind is not sort information what useful or not. We just keep going. It's really easy for the addict to watch all of the news on the TV, watch the films, scroll down the history on a social network, or use a computer, watch other videos and so on. Some of it can be really useful for you. You can learn something, but most of it might be useless. But you have addiction to absorb information. And what the terrible truth is, longer you watch the television, as longer you use your phone, as longer you use your computer, basically, what can I say? We get more dumb. We use less our neural connections. And in a minute I'll explain you why. If you want to know, stay tuned. Well, between 2 points, when you think on something and when you listen to the information, two right different things. So when you just try to memorize something or you heard information and let's say you believe to it, and after you fight with this point, yeah, I know it's exactly because this philosopher or scientist they say it like this and like that and so on. But when you think and sit and logically try to analyze why these flowers and grow and what chemical reactions is going up there, or how to make it bold with a certain shape and so on, you use your creativity, you use your mind, let's say on 100%. Yeah, not 100%, but still. And yeah, I want to mention about your brain capacity, you will be quite shocked as well. So when you try to create something new, you're thinking, yeah? So when you analyze information by yourself, you're thinking. Of course, we have a lot of different kind of patterns, what we collect during our lives. And we always compare and check the information. Let's say like a chemical or physical law. Yeah, okay, it seems to be true, it seems to be not. We use the mass, okay, it should work like that, like this, and so on. Or it might not. Very convenient. So when as more you listen the news, absorb information, you train yourself always only collect information and not analyze it. So basically, you allow yourself to stop use your logic, and you learn always believe what you see. So you will believe to any kind of news you see because you do it for last years. And of course you not analyze it. So even if someone say you something really, really, I don't know, unlogical, ridiculous, so probably you will believe it. And you will not double check and you will think logically, yeah, it looks like shit, sounds like shit, smells like shit. But no, I will believe it. So it's how it works. And it's not happening one day. It's a long process. About using phone and computer. So I'll tell you a little bit about your brain, the cortex, where all of the neural connections, what size only like a couple of, it's just a millimeter. It's really, really tiny and have about 18, someone maybe 20 billion connections. That's it. So it's pretty much limited. So if someone's seeing you're super smart and have a big mind of power. Yeah, we create a lot of cool things, draw nice pictures, makes nice music, but it's not that much. We go not too far from monkeys, unfortunately. We still have quite primitive minds, and our thoughts is quite primitive, unfortunately. And all of this cortex around the brain was millimeter size. It may be like size of big tissue. That's it. And all of the other part of brain, they just use a lot of different other things, like for keep your body alive. Check your heartbeat, your temperature, so your head not overheats. This why blood is circulated and make it cool down, same like in radiator in the machine. And if you're sitting on one place or lay down in another place, so maybe blood not come out, so body give a signal for turn on and so on. And when you walk in the balancing, yeah, by the way, most of neural connections, it's near the hypothalamus, and they work on a balancing. Yeah. So your brain always working really hard. So even when you think, okay, now I'm thinking really hard, and now I'm relaxed, I'm not. Your brain always working. You don't know where the activity go higher or lower. Only we can check it on some MRT test or so on. So now I break up your myth about our super powerful brain. Yeah, it was. It's stuck somewhere. I don't know where I've been finished. Okay, we can repeat some of this what I said before. So our brain, it's not that powerful how we think, not that amazing. We have a really tiny cortex with a millimeter size of a napkin, what tricks us all the time. As I said before, when you take a decision, let's say, yeah, so go up, left or right, I take decision now, okay, I go in there, right? Because I've never been here, it's quite interesting. It breaks, it looks unsafe, it's cool, I want to go there. But in real, your brain make a decision like way before, like 30 seconds before, or even or even 1 minute before. So who to take decisions? If the mystic says it's mind connected to your body through your brain, okay. But someone said you mind somewhere in the heart, maybe. It's unproved yet. Science still stay quite far from it. So, our brain works in a really tricky way, and if we check all of the statistics and research was made, it's quite shocking, I would say. I want to repeat one thing. So when we use the gadgets, we don't use a lot of stuff. We're not analyzing information, orientation. We use only buttons, and that's why a lot of neural connections in your brain just relax and not working, because you use for speech and for everything only your gadgets. So let's say I tell you another way. So the gadgets will be extension of your body. Because your body is saying, okay, you can use it, so I don't need to use these neural connections. And it gets weaker, places get smaller, and so on, and yeah. And we became more dumb. Basically, if you are quite conscious now, let's say 20, 25 years old, whatever, and you're okay, I will reduce the amount of time I spend with the gadget and so on, try to live like more normal life, play Sudoku or crosswords or whatever, to make it works, be more creative. But the new generation who just born and kids wake up with the gadgets, let's say, because parents, they how can I say, a bit lazy to spend a lot of time with kids, and they just give them gadgets for play some movies or cartoons. That's it, and kids grow up with it. It became natural, and it's already like not addiction. It's like normal live behavior, and after it will be really difficult for reprogram. So let's say best high schools and college, you're not allowed to bring any gadgets there. So during all day of education, you not use gadgets. Same like Silicon Hills. So people who create all of this kind of industry, they make a lot of rules in family, like not bring the phone, let's say in living room or bedroom or during the dinner. So if you need to do something, you do it like a work. You have a certain amount of time. You go to a certain room or a certain place. You check it, you use it if it's really necessary. That's it. Not spend all day up there. Usually, okay, I'll go in 5 minutes and bam, 2 hours gone, and so on. And we do it years by years. Same like we're watching telly. We're not analyzing information. We just absorb all of the information. We digest it easily. We believe everything. So someone can say you any nonsense. So let's say, I don't know, people send online different stuff for easy money, like financial pyramid or any other stuff with some great offer. Oh, it's offer. I don't need this, but it's so cheap. I'm gonna buy, and so on. And many other tricks that people catch so easily. And it's like so obvious, but we not think of it. We look on a picture, on a description. Oh, we have a couple of comments. We believe it. That's it. Really simple. So, well, as long as you use it, its worth will be. And later, it will be already not addiction. So this kind of extension of your body, your neural connection not work the same. I'll give you another really bright example how your friend, let's say, cannot get to another area or just a miles away. You need to use the navigation. That's maybe only a couple turns and so on. Before the drivers should memorize all of the map to know where they need to go. Like in London, taxi drivers supposed to learn all of the streets and most of the topic place. What, I don't know, 120,000 maybe. Yeah, and some drivers use only navigation. So if a navigation collapses, they cannot get anywhere, and even the place they know very well, they might get lost quite easily because we not use it in a way we done it before. Same phone number, we just say phone number, that's it, we forget it. So probably if your phone will be broken and you need to call to someone from someone else's phone, you will not remember any single number. Maybe few, some people, right? I hope you remember, right? And it can be like really a lot of examples how we made ourselves how to say, less happier. Because today we talk about the happiness, but I wanna touch really different points of it, or later on come closer to the main point. What you can do and why you need to do certain things and how it works. So I want to mention like most tremendous topics right now. So it will give you like quite clear idea. So the next thing I want to say, it's a lot of really like blowing mind experiments was made in animals and so on, but one was really bright. What happened now? So probably if I'll make this video 60 years ago, it wasn't that bad, but still people get the point. But for now, it's way more clear. So you can make a research and find the experiment with the rats, 2,200 rats, what called Universe 25. Some of the similar experiments was made with a similar name, Genesis. Oh my God, I don't remember something. Oh, you see, use gadgets too much, can't remember it. But still, it's because our memories were linked. So you can find by yourself, and you can see the research more openly. If you're interested, I can make an additional video for you if you want to, if a lot of people make comments about, but I think it's quite a lot of video made already, so I'll tell you in 2 words. So basically, it was make a certain area like a paradise for rats. Unlimited amount of food, place, and everything, so they can multiply to quite high number of rats and live in a happy life. So usually how rats live, they need to survive, they need to find the food. They have a kind of hierarchy. So let's say strongest alpha rats, they beat the weakest one, have a few levels of hierarchy. So let's say mention highest and lowest. So lowest, look for the food, bring for the alpha male, they eat the food and give them just what they left. That's it, how they live. So when they make a paradise, it wasn't rats, it was the mice. When they make a paradise for the mice, so they create a certain hierarchy, and also they find like let's say weakest mice, and they push them out from their community and so on. And generation to generation, new mice appear. They, let's say, behavior was changed and changed dramatically. So it's a really long experiment. I try to be short as possible. So next generation live in a certain environment, what unnatural for them because it's a paradise, and they don't need to do anything, and they behave quite weird way. So later appear a generation what they call them pretty, because only they take care of themselves. It was not interested in female, and female mostly they reject males and so on. So when certain amount of mice was appear, but have much more place, unlimited food, everything they need. So check how they live. So they stop to reproduce, and basically everything just stop and collapse finally. You can make your own decision on it, but this research wasn't published for quite a while, and how to say, conclusion was made the species like humans included and animals wasn't created for perfect life. It wasn't created for the paradise, for happiness. And if we will be in a really comfortable, ideal environment, we will not develop ourselves, we will not grow, we just become lazy. So if you stay home, you have everything you need, you have a TV, Wi-Fi, food, so basically what most of people want to. So probably some people cannot live without Wi-Fi, can live without sex or limited food, but they need TV or something. So they will do nothing. Basically same animals, like this, the experiment with rat, what have a connections to have a pleasure to the brain, so she press the button until die from starvingness, because she not do anything else, just get the pleasure. And it's about many other kind of animals. So in touristic places you can see some huge lizards or monkeys who have unlimited amount of food from tourists, and they do nothing. They like really fat, they almost not move compared to other monkeys, what probably no chance you can catch them. So what I try to say, as I said before, so you might not like it, we wasn't created here for the perfect life, we wasn't created for the paradise. We need to fight, we need to develop ourselves. We have certain kind of tasks, different kind of problems, what we need to sort, and so on. It's not so easy to find a soulmate. We need to develop ourselves, and so on. But some people can understand it, and they work on themselves, and some people not. So basically, they kind of stop the evolution, and so on. And another statistic, like it doesn't matter how you are rich or poor, all people have problems. Many rich people, they still have a lot of stress, still have a depression, still have the same problem like with their health, cheating with love, and so on. It's just a different level of purpose. Of course, much more pleasant to be sad when you have money, food, and nice house when you're sad with no house and food and money, right? But in my opinion, much better to be happy, healthy, and wealthy enough instead sad, unwealthy, and unhappy. And again, what I try to mention, everything by our own. We have a will, we have a choice, we can make a choice. Same like with our focus, it always works on us. So some people said, oh, it's just a coincidence. Yeah, everything coincidence, yeah. A lot of things happen mistakenly, a lot of coincidences happen, but a lot of not. What if the man come home hungry and bam, on social network pizza appear? But they discuss pizza in the morning, and big data analyze and send them advertising with pizza and said, oh, it's so close to my place, only 5 minutes will arrive. Yeah, I ordered. So basically, it's simple program work. It's not a coincidence. And then the program know, okay, man order pizza every day, probably get fat. Need to send him advertisement in gym. He not react on it. Okay, we'll send him advertisement for the fat burners. He said, oh, okay, he bought it. And after sending more and more advertisement, he said, oh, such a good coincidence. No coincidence. Same about your mind. You focus, let's say, on how to be more happy, more joy. And you try to make some research and so on. So basically your mind, or we can say the subconscious mind, was still undiscovered and total mystery, but not really matter, already focused on certain things. So man said, I walk in a bookshop and I coincidentally saw the book, how make my life more happier and so on. It's no coincidence for your mind. It's same kind of program what works and your mind was focused on it, and when you see it on the side, this kind of book with certain sign, your mind said, oh, just turn there, take a book, that's it. Very, very simple. So many things happen not coincidentally. So basically we move forward and we decide what to do. We can program ourselves. So we have a power of choice, what you want to achieve, how you want to feel yourself, and what you want to do with your life and so on. It's really, really huge topic. So I try to mention really quickly on different parts just to get closer to the main point, how to be happy. If you're not, but hope you are, I will be glad to see around more happy, smiling people and so on. Another statistic I want to mention, what quite interesting, maybe even more interesting than experiment with the name Universe 25. So also here, big point, count what you believe. You believe in aliens, in God, who's created us. So maybe creator make a certain environment we always fight and develop for ourselves since Stone Age. Okay. Since Stone Age, we try to run out from animals, catch other animals, survive, and so on. We adopt to different kind of environments, and we analyze what's going on. So if now the world more technological, okay, we get into it, we jump into such world and so on, and our genetics, our mind and behavior, of course, change and so on. It also depends from what people around you. If everything really friendly, nice, and people like smile and happy around you, you will be the same. But if the environment will be really cruel, violent, so probably you will behave the same. Like in the Middle Ages, there's no place for mercy and so on. So it's huge complex of different things what always work, and it's really difficult to predict how it works. So yeah, another really cool experiment. Actually, it was made by the several scientists, but the opinion was the same. So it was made a statistic in different kinds of countries with a different age. When asked if people happy or not, and what they are not happy and what they are happy. So conclusion was, unfortunately, majority not happy with something. But it's no matter how much money you have, what job you are, what's your position, it don't make any difference to your happiness level. It don't make any difference to your mental and inner state. And what interesting is, more poor people and worse conditions they have, they feel happier. They just okay, yeah, nothing to worry about. They have a lower stress of level, and mostly people more happier who stay in small towns and closer to the nature. And people like live in a normal house, normal apartments. They family members, friends are here, everyone close. They can see people who they like. They eat their favorite food, visit favorite places. Like really, really simple, really, really basic. So if all the family members are happy, they're happy. Everything's fine. So basically, everything's really, really simple. And mostly people who are quite wealthy, have a lot of stuff, they're less happy, have more stress, more worries, and so on. So tests show, so it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter how wealthy you are, you still have same problem, and you have still same inner state. So basically, for your inner state, it doesn't matter where you stay, what people around, what you see. It really doesn't matter. You can train. You can train yourself to be happy with or be not. It's really, really good example of like hundreds of books for life coaching, NLP. And you know, techniques is really, really great. And great what you can train, you can, let's say, manipulate with your mind, you can program yourself only by yourself. It's just perfect. You don't need anyone by using certain techniques. I'll mention some later on, of course, for not make this conversation empty or not comprehensive enough. So I hope this is interesting for you, because I'm pretty sure everyone want to be happy and feel good. And you know, in some languages, happiness translate like be with or be apart, like be the one. Yeah, almost like in a Buddhist tradition. So basically you on a harmonical state. And the more harmony you have, it's like be on a what's called golden middle, like super balanced. Like a Buddha said, if you take a string and make it too tight, it have no sound or sound weird. But when you make it too weak, it's no sound again. So it should be exactly on the middle place. So if you eat too much food, you'll get fat. But if not enough, you get skinny and weak. You know, so everything should be balancing. And it's like really, really good art of life for be balanced, you know. So if you feel yourself like something really, really important, like a superstar and so on, and next day no one care about you, as higher you go, as lower you will fall, yeah. But in another case, if you not respect yourself and not feel yourself like important at all and so on, it's not so good, yeah, because you go down, and as lower you go, some people give you importance, you higher go up, and you go up and down. Instead, stay balanced on a certain place, you know, because it's quite difficult. And everyone choose your own philosophy for you. So probably you know about Osho, yeah? Many people said he's a criminal and cheater and make really huge sect and make a lot of money, but he said really simple things in these books that people like. Like what? You're happy already, no need to do anything for get your happiness, yeah? But it doesn't mean you can achieve something more. It doesn't mean you can get something bigger. It's pretty normal to want more, to have more, and so on. Basically, probably with our evolution, same like with the food. So if you're ancestors like hundreds of years have lack of food and any calories is really important, so it doesn't matter you're hungry or not, your body asks for more and more calories. That's why you eat a lot of sweets, a lot of fast carbs, and get fat. Your mind cannot understand, like, oh, we have a supermarket, you can buy food and anytime you don't need to store it, and so on. The same like wealth. Oh, what? It will be not enough, and so on. I want this one, I want that one. It's like pretty normal. But you can balance it, you can control it, and so on. And again, it doesn't matter what you have and how much of different things you have. As more things you have, is more worried about, okay, now I need to store it somewhere, now I need to save it, other people will take it back, and so on. It's more money, it's more problem, and etc. So this experiment was like people who stay in small villages like in Latin America or Asia, Africa, and so on. They feel quite happy. They sing a song, they dancing, they're really glad to see new people and so on, and like enjoy their life in full. Yeah, many people now they don't have gadgets. I've been in Cambodia, and you know many people don't have smartphones in the villages. In big cities, yeah, like everywhere the same, and they feel absolutely fine. They don't have this kind of addiction and so on compared to some other people. What about you? Do you have addiction or not? So probably we can move to other parts of different research. So if we take different scientists, other different kind of research, so probably you can come closer to the, let's say, the similar solution, what you can do with this one. So our brain control us, we not control it. It's really small and primitive, and we cannot do anything with that, and it's really, really limited. And with this limitation, you need to do something. For, let's say, main contact, it's only about 5 people, and you keep in mind usually about 150 people. Other people, yeah, you maybe can remember, I saw him somewhere, or yeah, I just added to the friends, or whatever. But usually your context is really, really limited. And same your memory, same your focus. You only can focus it on one thing. So if you want to do something good, you need to focus only on one thing. Yeah, you can drive, speak on your phone, maybe wrote something, but it doesn't mean you do the few things together. It means your focus shift from one thing to another, and so on. So you're just jumping up there. But doesn't mean your work was proved and get better. Okay, we're still recording. And we need to deal with our mind limitations. So when we deal with our, when actually you know your mind is limited. So basically you know how to, how you can deal with it, yeah? Okay, I think my internet was stuck. I think it still works. Okay, so with such primitive mind and primitive brain, you need to make a primitive exercise. So the best way, you can do everything step by step, yeah? And whatever you do, you need to focus on the things you want. And also, it works how much amount of time you spend with certain things. So if you focus it, let's say, how to be more happier, and do this simple exercise like for the 5 minutes or so on, you can improve it if you will do it every day, let's say during a month's time, and so on. Same like exercise. You do a little bit of run every day, you will get more results instead of you do it in once a month, if you will run like 10 times more, and so on. So it doesn't mean you need to spend like super lot of time on something. No, it's just a little bit. But if you know what to do, it's really simple to sort. Again, if you think you are not happy with something, you want to improve your life, you like want to enjoy your life on full, so everything in your arms. You can go and make a research, find more videos, find more information, more articles, more books, yeah? And you will have a lot of information, what and how you can sort. So basically, nothing complicated in it. Then you decide what exercises you can do, what you like, what you not, what works for you or not, and you can follow it and see do you have any results or not. So idea, you ready? So well, nowadays to be super healthy is quite difficult. To have a natural food, if you have, you are super healthy. Clean air with no pollution, clean water. I don't know, it's ore and other things fluoride in the water everywhere. So to be super healthy is quite difficult. But still, it's more you sort your food, it's better. So even small changes make a tiny effect. So if I said before, for produce certain hormones, you need just a really small amount of this amino acid. So even if you eat a little bit of grains, beans, nuts. You'll get those oils and you'll be fine. So what else you can do? Like mind state. Meditation. It's not basically meditation really helps if you're in stress conditions or keep yourself calm, get rid of thoughts and so on. So we can come to the teaching of Buddha. If you don't have any wish, any efforts, you have no suffering. And everyone wants to get rid of suffering, right? So it's quite difficult. But all these things, all of the desires, this came from your soul. So if you can control your souls, you can control your desires and can get rid of suffering. So basically, if you can get in a state without souls, you just be like empty, you can clear yourself. You can come back to this natural states where the kids are like super open and can be like, let's say, really open and relaxed state. Of course, for the quite successful in meditation, you need to spend some time like every day. So you need to do it little bit day by day until you will learn yourself to be able to do the certain things. So first of all, it might be like quite difficult to understand and to do so, but later on you will be fine. And it's same like running. First of all, you can't run much. You need to run 1 mile, then 2 miles, and 5 miles, and sooner or later you can run 10 miles. Same here. You try to meditate 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you will get closer and closer to a certain state, and then bam, half an hour or 1 hour on total empty mind would make you feel super good. Okay. Also, you can use different things of affirmation and any other techniques that you can find in life coaching or NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, and different other stuff like happy psychology, like psychology, how to make your mind happy and so on. It's like hundreds of books with quite similar exercises what you can use, I guess. All right. So let's say I'll give you really common proverb. It really doesn't matter what happened to you, but what is matter is your reaction, how you react to the certain things. Same, you always can be positive, always can be negative. Probably you have some friends who are always happy with everything, and some people who are always not happy with everything. So I can give you another really famous story. Like in family, they have 2 kids. One is always happy with everything, and another one's not. And on the Christmas Eve, they have like really little money, and they know can buy only one gift. And they bought the wooden horse to the one kid, and they give it to the unhappy one because they know they're always unhappy. And what to give to the positive kid? They just take some horse shit and put near the bed, and let's check it out what will happen in the morning. So unhappy kid wake up and again the wooden horse. I have so many toys, I'll play 5 minutes and we'll be bored again. Nothing much happened, nothing make me happy. And he asked his brother, why you are so happy? What's happened to you? Like you smiling a lot. They said, wow, it's so cool. You know, you have a wooden horse, but to me, at night came a real one. So basically, it's always how you train your mind on what focusing on and how it works. So I'll give you another example. You have a different kind of action and you make a task. Of course, you can make 10 negative, but I want you to do the 10 positive things to each action happen. Let's say, I'll give you another example. You have a meeting, you drink coffee, and your coffee or juice, whatever, come on your shirt, and you have a really nice big spot on your shorts. What to do? Of course, if you come on a meeting, everyone will notice and how it's happened and so on. People will be thinking about it. Instead of that, you can come on a meeting, say hi, and like coffee like my shirt so much, jump on it and don't want to come back, and so on. You can make like any kind of joke. Or when you shave and you cut yourself, you can say, oh, you know, I just met a vampire in a lift, and so on. Or it can be like anything for make these things relax, and people will notice it anyway. That's only your reaction. But if you will be worried about, other people will for sure. So, something happened to you, doesn't matter, good or bad. Try to make it 10 points why it's good to be more positive. Why it's good for you. Let's say your old coworker is go to another place and you have a new one. It's pain in the ass because you need to train him. You don't know what to do, or she, whatever. You need to spend a lot of time. Probably will have more work to do because a new person and so on. You have like a lot of negative things about, and you're really not happy about. Yeah. So in this case, you can turn it to the positive one. So you need to find 10 things why it's good, why you are happy about it. So let's say, for now, the person in you, and you can be a big boss for a certain amount of time. When you will training for the new worker, you can memorize all of the stuff you forgot already, and you might become a real better specialist. Later on, if it's a new person, I don't know, maybe you'll give more work to him or her or whatever else. You can learn something from this person, something new. Maybe you can find really good topics to talk about or whatever. Maybe became your new friends, maybe useful for you, and so on. So anything what happen, you can try to find the good things. So car driving and all the water come on you and oh, I just bought this really nice suit and now I need to throw it away. I spend a lot of money and so on. Or another thoughts appear, oh, okay, I just washed it, it will be fine, no problem. At least he didn't hit anyone. That's it. So it's your reaction. You always react positively. It's basically you train yourself to see the good things in everything. And as I mentioned before, the gadgets, always gadgets. Our worldview get like so narrow. We cannot see everything around. It's even like a lot of accidents happens. People jump in the car, they fail because cannot see where they're walking and so on. So it might be even dangerous. Instead, you can just see it somewhere in a park and enjoy the nature. Just contemplate all of the beauty around you. Can contemplate the people, can see like a lot of happy people in the park. They're playing with their kids and so on. Count the birds, try some nice fruits or anything, yeah? Play sports with your friend like tennis or anything else, depending what you like. So basically, you have a huge variety of things you can do. So first of all, what you need to understand, basically your brain control you, manipulate you. So you need to try to make it vice versa. So you need to make a program, focus it on a different things, and settle a new program day by day for be more relaxed, be more open, be more happy. Now have like a lot of cool meditation energy techniques when you're sitting and you're focusing on something good and something positive. Let's say you sit, relax, and you recall your memory when something really good happened to you, something really positive. Maybe you saw your friend, or when you got a good gift, spend nice time with your girlfriend, honeymoon, I don't know, anything, any good moment you like. Playing with your dogs, anything that like make you smile, make you happy, make you laugh. And you focus on those things. Try to make it stronger, okay? Try to make it longer. And try to make it more and more and more recalled. Just see it and enjoy it. Because, you know, for your mind, this really doesn't matter. You recall it in your mind and it happened now in real. It has the same kind of reaction. And it's really fascinating. So basically, you don't need to go and see your friend or try this food again. You can just recall it. Your mind will memorize it and give a certain amount of hormones to you. Of course, it's not the same in real, but sure, you can try. It's make you smile. And you can play. You can play harder. You can increase you can give a program for increase this kind of feelings, make it brighter, make it stronger, even 10 times stronger. So you'll be like so happy you don't know how to stop it. For instance, why not? And you don't need any drugs for it, so you can do it quite naturally. And you can find like millions of techniques how to do it. So nothing complicated than that. So instead of meditation, let's say like Tai Chi, Qigong, Kundalini Yoga, energy techniques, Reiki, whatever, many. So you boost your energy. You work with your focus, with your energy. Some people found it's really boring. If not, but many old people, it's quite easy for them, not difficult, and they feel good about it. If you feel good about it, why not to do it? Yeah. So let's say you like cycling. Okay, just take a free day and go cycling. Why not? Why you keep yourself away from something for me to join? Seems like you meet your friends, you have a really good time with them, and feel positive. So okay, why not meet them in this case? So basically, it can be like quite a lot of different things what you can do. Not only affirmation or programming, self-programming, yeah. You can sell yourself, make kind of mind tuning. I'm happy and feel good and feel really good and try to figure out where is this good feelings, yeah. I know I can find really good exercises from quantum psychology. Now with so many different brains, but same techniques. You can find love in yourself, happiness, whatever. Try to figure out what the shape is, how it feels like, how big it is. Make it bigger, lighter, brighter, heavier, whatever. Play with that feelings, yeah? And it will take a long time. Take it 5 minutes. If you make you smile, make you feel lighter, all right. Of course, it will be really good for keep yourself, stay out of stress and depression. It's not only because it suppresses your hormone system, only because it's make you a little bit unhappy, let's say. So you can balance it. But as I mentioned before, we're not created for the perfect life. So certain amount of stress is good, because when you're in a stressful situation, your brain starts working, okay, I need to find a solution and so on. Many competitors, again, need to create something new and so on. It's make it works. So basically, maybe the universe, Z1, we became something higher. We became stronger, smarter. Our memories get better and so on. So who knows, maybe some new generations, the brain will be more powerful than we are, and they will be more happier than we are, more stronger. Let's see. I don't know. But for now, statistic it's quite bad, I would say. So if you have like any single things we can use, okay, why you lose such opportunity? Just use it. That's it. Same like if you want to be more fit, okay, just do something for it. If you not feel happy, you need to do something for it. If you lay down on a sofa, do nothing, nothing will happen, yeah? And another thing, I mentioned it already, so basically all of the stuff I say now, it's nothing new, you heard it or see it somewhere already. It's having many names, but probably what most common what you heard, it's called dopamine fasting. So basically what dopamine fast. So I try to explain you in a couple of words, in a simple way, same like I done before. If you eat sugar every day, it became normal, you get the addiction, you not enjoy this kind of food anymore. People who sit on a diet, like fitness models, but for not lose too much weight, not get damages, they make loads days, carbs day. 1 day a week, let's say, they load with the carbs, they can eat some sweets, whatever, and the amount of serotonin gets so high because you eat some sweets, what usually not eat, then get like super happy, and no one can understand that. Same if you're fasting, even for 3 days, and after you eat some apple or pear or whatever, it feels like most amazing food ever. I done a lot of hiking, and sometimes you stay like with no water for a long time, with no food, and you found some waterfall and you're drinking, and it seems like the best thing that can happen to you. And then when you stay like everywhere in the nature, in a hammock or in a tent or in a field, and you come back like to the room where you can have a normal shower, not super cold water, and can lay down on a soft bed and so on. It's feel like, wow, it's so amazing. So what I want to say, so if you go out of your comfort zone sometimes, then you get back, you will enjoy it like so much. And when you get lack of something, then you can enjoy it more. So let's say if you will have sex every day, after, if it not became boring, you will not enjoy it if you will get more rare. Same like food or other things. You get new car, oh wow, it's a cool car, you ride it, and 1 week it became normal. I met recently one businessman. He have 3 sport cars, and he said, I drive the sport car only on the weekend, 1 time a week. And other days he drive like a normal sedan car. He said, because when drive it every day, it feel nothing, but 1 day in a weekend, it feel like something special. He go to the stadium for drifting, or go out city for fast ride and so on, and it's kind of celebration. He give himself a reward for well done job and so on. And I have a lot of kind of examples. So, dopamine fasting. So basically, to something usual you do, you make certain gap. Let's say if you use your phone a lot of time every day, try to not use it 1 or 2 days, and then wow, so good, yeah. Or you're playing games a lot, try play less, and maybe day by day, whatever. So when you play, it will be something special, and you can really enjoy. And you can use it like literally to everything. Again, we wasn't created for the perfect life, for the paradise. Unfortunately, we need to create a paradise by ourselves. And the nature won't. We fight, we get stronger, we get smarter. So we need to use it. So, as you know how all of these things works, your physics, your mind, your energy, whatever, yeah? So all of these single parts, we can come to the single spot, and you can use it in a certain way. Use it, let's say, for feel better and so on. So hopefully you have enough knowledge and tools to achieve the things you want. If not, you can make a simple research. Now we have a really lot of information, and it's an open source. So if you really focus on something, if you really look for something, for sure you will find it. And if some exercise is not work for you, try another one. If you try one meditation with the breathing or whatever, it not work, try another one. Same like diet. If one diet not work for you, take another one, and so on. So again, it doesn't matter where you are, what you have and how you feel. You can be happy or you can be unhappy. It's really up to you. You're free to make a choice. You need to just know you are already happy. You're born happy, and you're born for be happy. I don't think so. The Creator make us suffering here. Maybe it make us for we understand we can do something, we can choose, we can change something if we want, and we have enough power for it. And choice is really up to you. And I hope it's no one will make a choice instead of you. But now you can do it. And now you can choose what you want, what you want to achieve, where you want to be, how you want to feel. So, for some of the people I didn't say any news, just a simple conversation or something speaking in your headphones during your cycling or running or cardio. So basically all of the playlist I made is just for some mindset, very good things, something useful for you during your cardio. What's really important for make our heart strong enough, make us happy and feel good. Yeah, exercises give you good rewards and boost your hormone system and make you happier. So even a little bit of exercises make a really good benefit instead of you sitting home and do nothing. Instead of eating antidepressant and get addicted to it, and most of people can get addicted quite quickly, but well, make a really huge industry of pharmacy works quite well, because most of people unhappy and everyone knew it, and yeah, we can create some products, some supplements and whatever, and so on. And yeah, many people are super lazy and don't want to do anything, just okay, I'll eat a magic pill, that's it. But magic pill is different. So one book I read, what it was, it's called the red pill. Yeah, like from Matrix, you know, red and blue pill. So called the red pill. So basically all the books is about how your mind works. Well, loud dogs. So how your mind works and what you can do with that. That's it. So it's called the pill, mindset. And the program you can settle is really up to you. It can be anything. Self-programming. Come to the mirror and set yourself as much times if you want. Is more is better. I'm happy, I feel good every morning. I wake up happy and happier and feel better and better and have more and more energy and so on, feel healthier and healthier, and I enjoy. So basically all of these things for some people unfortunately need to learn from the beginning. So basically it's a study process for learn to be happy, for study how to enjoy the things. So basically we look on this beautiful, or maybe not that beautiful, bananas trees, and some people, oh, I have so many bananas, it looks so nice and so on, and some people see like nothing. So basically you teach yourself to enjoy the things, like to touch it, to smell it, to enjoy the view and so on, and really focus it on it. So okay, if you're not enjoying to watch on the buildings, try to watch on the trees. You not enjoy watching the trees, try to watch on animals and so on. Try to find the things what you really enjoy to. And basically, when you make a simple research by yourself, when you feel good in the morning and evening, what you need to do for that, what activity you enjoy, how to do, so and so on. It's many quite unusual techniques, like you can make everything awkward, or make your brain stuck a bit and come back to normal. Let's say instead of walk, normally a walk backward was really uncomfortable and so on, and your mind don't know what to do. Instead of right hand, you do everything with the left hand and so on. You can make a lot of things for make small cognitive dissonance in your mind. And yeah, the best thing I think is fasting. Same like fasting with the food. We can do there some kind of limit yourself with certain actions, like use the gadgets or so on. What I mentioned before was called dopamine, fasting, etc. So the learning process you can choose by yourself, like how you want to do it, when you want to do it, with who you want to do it. Yeah. So if you not enjoy the life, like you come on the street, feel nothing special, well, so people who been in a second war and been in concentration camps, who've been tortured and so on, so they said like many like terrible stories, but they understand how to enjoy the life. So some old man, he said like, when I was laid down, then nothing, no one beat him, he was like most happy person in the world. And about the addiction, what I mentioned before, and I tell that story already. So people who try to commit the suicide and so on, first camps, let's say the truth how it's called, concentration camps, was made in Russia, and they was in terrible condition, bullying them and everything. And after, when they come back to normal, they feel happy, they won't come back to life, they want to live normal, but before they want to commit suicide. About addiction to the gadget, only one country done it now, and in my case, it's not for the help to the people. As the government said, it's for, they're afraid that people will have a less productivity and get more addict to the gadget, and it's like quite dangerous for the economy, even if the parents quite wealthy and kids can play games every day and so on. So the parents can call to the special service, to special camps, what we can call concentration camps, and special service came and took them there. Whereas no gadgets, no nothing, and it's kind of rehabilitation. They teach themselves to live without the gadgets, without the gaming, and so on. And they practice it, I don't know, more than 5 years already. I heard it really, really long time ago. And it was planned, I think, maybe even more than 10 years. So need to research old articles. It's really, really long story. Works well. And the first country who have such camps, and where there's quite a lot of people. Really bad camps where after Iraq they put a Muslim, and they said after the training programs they will come back to a normal life, but I think they will stay there forever. Unfortunately, a new generation will be trained like Chinese. Maybe their kids will go out. So, on my opinion, all of these things what seems like good for you, it's only like global experiment on the people. But they prove they can change people's life, reprogram them for be not addict to the gadget, for stay in normal life, enjoy the life, be happy without the gadgets. And it's worked well. For some people it's enough only 1 month, some stay longer. So as I said before, don't believe any single of my words. Try to make a research by yourself, and I'm sure you will find even more interesting information. I don't know, I'm in some place where the connection is so bad. Maybe that's why I like such places, because of bad connection here, so less waves make influence on a body, or who knows. So what I said before, forgot already. So you have really good power, you have all available tools you need already. You have your body, you have yourself, you have your mind. Just use it, just focus it in a certain direction to get the certain things you want. That's it. Everything I mentioned before, just really, really basic, really, really simple things you can use. As simply as well. I want to make it video like not complicated at all. And all of the experiments, scientist tests, what I mentioned, you can find by yourself and make a deeper research if you want, just for make your mind settings stronger and focus it on a point like harder, let's say. So it's my works a bit better. So yeah, if you decide to be happy, I hope you are. But if someone not, yeah, just make your research by yourself. You'll find a lot of information. But nowadays, the problem is we have too much information, and it's really, really difficult to sort it out, what is useful and what's not. And basically, it's what's called a good research, when you can sort everything what you can use, what is good for you, compared to all of the other rubbish what have around. And again, if you want to make kind of improvements, you always find necessary information, you always find necessary people, necessary book, necessary place, necessary video or audio. Same like you somehow found my channel, I don't know how, whatever. And I'm really happy to see quite a lot of people up here who searching by yourself, who not lazy, who discover, learn and study and fight for happiness and so on. So it's really good, like not always people lazy and a lot of people quite motivated for work on your future, let's say. And it's cool. So today I only done a little bit of yoga, I done a cardio, really easy day, and tomorrow will be hard day. Tomorrow I will boxing and Muay Thai. So it will be harsh training. May save a lot of energy for tomorrow. Work out hard. Every day try to do it quite differently. Because when I train in like 2 times a day, every day, like in a month's time was overtraining, was too tired. So now I take it quite easy, 1 day light and one day harder. And 1 week like high intensity and 1 week low intensity. So in this case, the case in light regime, it works better, and I see my results is quite okay. I mean by my feelings. I feel quite good. Results quite good. Okay, so again, whatever you do, you try to make the techniques what works well for you, because all of we individual and not everything works same for the everyone. So the different regimes might be not work for everyone the same. We're all different, we're all special, we're all unique, and it's beauty in the world, and this kind of uniqueness was quite cool. So just don't be afraid yourself, enjoy uniqueness, be cool, just appreciate yourself, respect yourself, and make a really good decision. Skip your gadget out and sit and really think, what do you really want to do? What you really enjoy? What you really like? Like, you can find 20 topics of the things you like, yeah? And from then, focus only on 5. It's technique from life coaching, and this technique Warren Buffett used in this book of success, and I guess this works quite well. So it have many different kinds of psychological techniques that you can use for sort important things from not important, and it works really well, I would say. And about the happiness pyramid of Abraham Maslow, I think it's worked quite well as well, but you need to add to it different techniques. So when you not hungry, you have a shelter, you have a little bit of money, it's more easy for be more creative, I agree, and be more helpful for other people. When you have a chance, you can have afforded to help them and do something for the society, no doubts in that. And in this case, you grow and grow more, and after when like you totally satisfied all of your needs and every single piece of your life you complete, like you have a perfect family, you're good in health, you're good in everything, you look for something more. If you're not a lazy person, you discover you want to be more happy, and you look for the spiritual growth, what we call the spirituality. So for some people, I met a lot of different people, and this schedule not suit for everyone, but for someone, maybe when you complete step by step all of the things in your life, you move forward and go further and further. But some people, like in India, seated on the street and they feel fine, and they already just focus it only on the spirituality, compare all the physical things and wellness and so on. So probably the thing is, we don't need to listen to anyone, especially me. Yeah, don't listen much to myself. Probably the thing is, we decide what is purpose of our life. We decide what is important for us. So probably we make a kind of research, and we decide what we enjoy, what we need to do, what we want to do, because we're all different, and it's like plus and minus, and like different kind of colors. It can be only black and white. It's a huge variety of everything, huge variety of different personality, of different people, different race, different countries, different everything, different vitamins and amino acids what come together and create something bigger. So for instance, like we are all in this huge organism called universe, and we don't know where is the universe. So let's say you have a lot of cells in your body, and probably you want all of the cells will be happy and healthy. So it means all of the cells in your body will do all of the works quite well, and you will feel good, you will look good because of the cells works well. So maybe we are kind of cells in this huge organism called God, and I'm pretty sure God wants we will be happy. If we are not, we need to learn how to do it, and it's our problem. If you are not, it's only your problem. You cannot blame anyone because you have a bad neighbor or something. It's really up to you, and I already provide you quite enough proof for it. Maybe our creator not the best one and have some kind of influence from outside what we need to deal with. But again, it's our problem. So let's say if I'm drinking or smoking or anything else, eat junk food and make a lot of work for myself, what they're not happy about, yeah? So basically, it should be cycling program what works in the direction. I need to deal with it something. So it can be really philosophical conversation, and we can go really deep in such discussion. So I think it's quite enough, and I talked quite a lot already. I finished my walk. Some days I do run, then walk, then cycling, then swimming. So today just walk was really simple. And I will see you on another cardio, hopefully next week. Because when I'm swimming, cannot doing nothing. When you're cycling, can do recording as well, and then running too will be too shaking. But when walking, it's quite fine. Okay, so be happy, find your way to be happy, and see you soon. Just not forget you are happy already.